I guess I should ride with Lex.
They talk about man. It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to dawn, when you get another legacy.
If gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, soldier seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Fusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Fusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. They don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Sparring one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready, this another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. One West world for the people, this is what they need.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. What you talking about? If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think I love this brotherhood? Shop on shit, I'm about it. UPK, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. What you talking about? If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think I love this brotherhood? Shop on shit, I'm about it. UPK, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army.
Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain. Look, they hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships give way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I notice the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I'd give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
All right, shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, VA. We up live everywhere. I think we should be good to go. If everybody can hear and see me, all right. If I can get a one W in the chat, if everybody can hear and see me, all right. If you can hear me and you can see me, let me get a 1W in the chat. 1W in the chat. If you can hear me, if you can see me. This is not an old class. And no, I am not Officer 1000 Mataza Akara. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. I'll be covering for my brother tonight for the Lashawan Qadash class. This is the Lashawan Qadash class where we come to learn about our language, learn how we used to speak before we got these slave languages, before we got this slave tongue and this slave mentality. If everybody can hear me, all right, let me check and see. I got a 1W from Miss Tronda Ellis. Who else? If everybody can see me and hear me to while we only up on YouTube tonight. We're gonna try to minimize where we at on some of the other channels. I might jump on that just to let them know we over here. The Lashawan Qadash class, we try to do a little bit differently. We try to have more of a classroom setting, and we're trying to incentivize or push people to actually log on to the link and join it, come in and join the class. It's a little bit more material that we go over with the Lashawan Qadash. So tonight we're just going to be on YouTube tonight. It looks like everybody can hear me and see me just fine. So that's what's up. With that being said, let's clap it up. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Your Honor. Since 1969, we have been teaching the truth of this Bible that blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, so-called, are the Jews, are the Israelites, are God's chosen people. And in that very same Bible, where we learned our identity that's been hidden and stripped from us, we also learned that the oppressor, the colonizer, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And just like we weren't taught our identity, we weren't taught who he was as well. We thought that we were taught that we were all the same. We were all the same. We were all the same people. Even though it's just been one set of people causing carnage all over the earth, repeatedly, consistently, for thousands of years. They taught us that we were all the same. And that is an absolute lie. We are the home of the truth, and all we teach is the truth, and that's what's inside of that Bible. This Bible belongs to you if you are Black, Latino, or Native American Indian. This is your book. This is your heritage. This is your culture. This is your constitution. This is how you know what to eat and what not to eat, who to lay down with, sleep, make families with, and who not to. This is how you know how to treat one another. This is everything about us. And this is the very reason why we suffer the way that we do, because we don't have no idea what's inside of this Bible. Before any of us came into this truth, unless you was fortunate enough to be born into it. And we do have some brothers and sisters, little brothers and sisters that's been fortunate enough to be born into this truth. And what a blessed thing. What a blessed thing to have never celebrated Christmas. What a blessed thing. What a blessed thing to not be looking for no candy in the next couple of weeks because it's Halloween. What a blessed and beautiful thing. But most of us weren't that fortunate. And we had to find this truth. We had to find our brothers and sisters. We had to find our family. You know what I'm saying? We found our family. We reunited with our family, and part of that reunion is learning how we spoke before, reclaiming our culture and our heritage, and that's what we do here in this Lashawan Qadash class. Lashawan Qadash means holy tongue. Holy tongue. We have a holy tongue. That word holy means separate. Tongue is just languages, you know what I'm saying? Language is what you speak. We have a holy tongue, a special language, a separate language that's set apart from the other languages. It was just for us. It's just for us. And this Bible is just for us. But again, because of the captivities, because of the oppressor being the devil that he is, we've lost that over time. But this is what we come to get it back. The water for everybody joining us. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to all the Akim, all the brothers that's out there watching. Yabashim Shabaka to all the brothers that's watching, all the Akim. That word for brother is Ak, is Ak. Akim is brothers. Akim. And for all the sisters, Akwathian that's out there watching, all the sisters, Akwas the sister, Akwathian the sisters. Yahweh Shema, Alatham Bashem, Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters that's out there watching. Again, there's a link. There's a link inside the chat. You can click on that link, jump on screen, and you can join us live. You can join us live to get your Lashawan Qadash on. There's a link inside of that chat. Even if you can't get on the screen visually, you can get on audibly. It does wonders to be able to practice speaking, hearing, being corrected, and the Hebrew. And in this class, we try to make sure we get as much practice as possible so that you'll be able to practically apply. This is the universal school of practical knowledge so that you can practically apply this to your daily lives. What use is it to learn that you can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster? And that's how the Lord, that's how you show the Lord you love him, and that's how he's able to love you back and protect you. But as soon as you get out of class, you get your old low country broil. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Christians do, and we ain't Christians in here. What use is it to learn all of this good knowledge, learn who you are, learn your identity, then you get outside the school and you treat your brother just like like you don't treat your brother like he's your brother. You know what I'm saying? That would make no sense. And here we don't do that. That's what the fake Israelite groups do. That's what the churches do. And that's why we ain't affiliated with any Christian organization or any fake Israelite group. If it is not the ISUPK, One West, 1969, Home of the Truth, they are lying to you. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and get on it. Tonight, just for a little lineup for tonight, we got a couple more sentences and words we're going to try to introduce into our vocabulary. A little quick review of the things that we've already learned. We've been in present tense as far as the conjugation and sentence structure that we've been using for last month or so. So we're going to stick with that, add a little bit more to that. We also have been reading Psalms 83. We've been reading Psalms 83. Now, this is a scripture, a prayer that we actually go over every Avodah Shabbat. Every Avodah Shabbat, we go over this scripture, this prayer. So we've been studying that. Tonight, we're going to be reading in the ancient. Do a little studying in the ancient, giving y'all a little heads up. And I know our students in VA like a little heads up. Let them know what they're getting into. We're going to go over the ancient. We also going to We're also going to be reading from Leviticus for Abadah Shabbat for tomorrow. We're going to be picking up at Leviticus chapter 19, verse 3. That's where we left off at. So if we get a chance, we're going to get into that and read a little bit of that as well. And I also speaking with a couple of students from last week. We wanted to go over that Blue Letter Bible. We want to go over that Blue Letter Bible just to make sure everybody has it set up correctly. They're able to see the Hebrew and the Assyrian, and also see the KJV, the King James Version as well. It's good to be able to look at that in parallel. I'm going to go through that, navigate through that a little bit. And I also want to bring up a site that I use a lot, quite often, that two-letter lookup site I mentioned before. I want to briefly kind of touch on that as well. And that'll be the lineup for the night. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Once I go through the alphabet, once we go through the alphabet, then we'll go ahead and start bringing everybody up on stage. So tonight, we're going to go over the alphabet actually in the ancient. Let me get that pulled up. We're going to go over that in the ancient. And just like always, right? Just like always. All right, so once you see it up there, what I'm gonna call it out in the ancient. We're gonna go from there. What you can do is just type it in the chat. Type in the chat what you see. You type in the chat what you see. So for example, that's a lop or cattle. All right, you type in the chat what you see, and we're just gonna go through them in the ancient tonight. All right. Real quick, before we do all that, we have Princess Tazariah checking in. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you, sis. We got Trooper McCall Ya'ala. Trooper McCall Ya'ala is in the building. Akwaf Ra'aya is in the building. Akwaf Tronda Ellis is in the building, also checking in from Hampton, Virginia. We also got my brother Officer 1000 Mataza Akara checking in as well. I know y'all are so hurt that y'all don't have him here tonight, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best, and he should be back, you know what I'm saying, next week. You feel me? But the water for everybody joining us tonight. Again, if you're able to, click that link, jump on up in here. We got a halfway decent connection tonight. The oppressor, the devil the Bible speak of. So hopefully y'all will be able to hear me and see me all right. We ain't got to get multiple screens up, and we can get through and learn a couple of things tonight. All right. So just how you see Akwaf Ra'aya, put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? This first one is going to be I stands for Alap or cattle. Now again, all the ones that I show you tonight for the alphabet is going to be in the ancient. Normally we do the ancient and we do the Assyrian. Tonight we're just going to do the ancient, just so you can kind of see one without the other. We're going to do a little bit of mixing up tonight. When we read Psalms 83, it'll be in the ancient. When we finally get to that Blue Letter Bible, you know that'll be in the Assyrian. All right, it's good to see. We learn both in here. Why? Because the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And a lot of the ways they lie to us is through deception. It's through switching up words, switching up definitions. So it's very, very important when you're dealing with this damn devil to know how he thinks, know how he works. And everything he does is in deception and double talk. That add a whole bunch of words that don't mean anything, to make it don't mean nothing at the end of it, so they can say what they can determine and define whatever they want it to be. And before you know it, you owe a whole bunch of money that you ain't got. And he's sitting there smiling, looking at your signature like, I got you again. So we learn the ancient and we learn the Assyrian in here because of the captivity. We lost our language over time. Because of the captivity, it got switched. It got switched up. It got changed. The oppressor was able to slide in there and pretend to be us. And say that he was the Jew. He was Jewish. He was the Jew. This was his, when really it's never been his. All right, so again, we learned the ancient and the Assyrian in here. It's very important to know both. And when you're reading in that Blue Letter Bible, most text is going to be in the Assyrian, which is another reason why we learn both of them. All right, so this is I. Next up, it's going to be your Ba. Ba stands for Bayath, or tent. All right, Bayath or tent or house. All right. Next up is going to be your Ga. I think I might spread these out just a little bit while we're doing them. Next up is going to be your Ga. Now, Ga stands for Gamal or camel. Gamal or camel. All right, Gamal or camel. God, camels again is something that's familiar to us. It's unfamiliar now just because of the captivity and where we're at and us being on this western hemisphere of the world. But this isn't where we come from. This is not where we come from. Contrary to all your new TikTok scholars, we did not originate here. Yes, our Native American Indian brothers got here first. Our brothers and sisters got over here first. We learned that in Second Kings. We learned that in the Bible. We also learned that in the Apocrypha when they came over here first. But as far as us always being over here, that's not true. That's not true. We did get over here first, and then the oppressor followed looking for us and wreaked havoc on this side of the world, just like they did on the other side of the world previously. All right. So we're from the quote unquote what they call the Middle East. Middle East is a made up term if you didn't know. All the landlines that you see on the map are made up terms. The oppressor came, stole lands, conquered, genocide, took over land, then they cut the lands up in pieces. You can have this, we can have that. Really, we got it all, but we're going to call this and call that that. That's what they've always done. That's what they've always done. So it's very important not to get caught up with certain land lines and land mass, more of your land mass. We come from Israel. We come from Jerusalem. We come from that part of the world. That's where we originate from. And no, we're not the oldest. We're not the oldest. Sometimes we get caught up and speaking to the ancestors, all that garbage that we get from Egypt, from the quote unquote Africans who ain't never gave a damn about us. That's something. Our first slave master was the Egyptians, an African nation. We always had wars and battles with different African nations around us. No, we're not the oldest nation, and that's okay, but we are the first ones to have written down records, and we brought civilization. And we are the only ones that had God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We are the only ones that were his people. All right, this is the Da, as you will see in the chat, the water for the sisters putting it in the chat. This is the Da. Da stands for Dalath or door. The door. And also when you see us wear these magnificent shields that you see us wear, the oppressor has stolen our symbol and they call it the Star of David. The star is a ball of gas. This is not a star. This is David's name, Dawada. This is the Magan Dawada, the shield of David, the shield of David. And we are restoring the honor and glory that it so rightly deserves. We're restoring that honor and that glory, taking it back from that devil. It kills me when so many people see us online and the first thing they say, why you wearing the Star of Molech? Why you got on the Star of David? We take any and everything this oppressor gives us and we make it, we stamp it, we validate it. Whatever's white is right. Whatever's white is right. And that is such a backwards way of thinking, but that's the slave mentality, and that's what we've gotten from being here. So I don't really blame brothers and sisters for it, but in here you learn how to Salakia. I'm talking about Da, y'all. You ain't say nothing, Aqua. I'm on Da and still got God up on the screen. Salakia, this is the Da. I went into my Da's fade, and I ain't even got Da up on the screen yet. No, but like so much of our thinking and our mentality comes from that oppressor. Whatever they say is what we believe. And it's amazing. You see so many videos. We've been putting out videos, or we've been putting out this information since 1969. Since 1969, we've been putting out this information. You can look online at any video. If it's an oppressor, a white man online saying that, yes, the black and Latinos and Native Indians are the real Jews, it'll have 1 million views on it. You look at our videos don't have 1 million views on it because we believe whatever that oppressor says. Whatever he says is what we believe. Trump was to get on TV right now and say, yeah, black people are the Jews, everybody would believe it. Everybody would believe it. But when we say it, they don't want to hear that. And we're the same way. We don't want to believe that Jesus is a black man. We don't believe that. We rather believe that he's some oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how much faith, how much we love this oppressor and hate ourselves. All right. This is the Ha. This is the Ha. Ha stands for Hana or behold. Hana or behold. All right. Next up is going to be your Wa. This is your wah. Wah stands for Wawa, not the gas station. Wawa or fish hook. Wawa or fish hook. I always be laughing with Officer Matazak Karad. First time I went to Pennsylvania, and I guess Wawa is from that area. It's older up there. Rolled up on the Wawa. It didn't have no gas. They just had food. I couldn't believe it. I said, this old broke down bootleg Wawa they got up here. But Wawa stands for fish hook. Fish hook, which is another thing that they stolen from us. Now, you'll have it more so in your Virginia area, your southern states or whatever. Well, we still fish. Some of us get out there and hunt. You have some of the more rural areas, but the further you get up into the city, you don't have that in the city. These are all things that they took from us. These are all things that all our culture that they stole from us over time. We go to the grocery store for our hunting. we go to the U Crops and Kroger and Walmart for our hunting. That's how we do our hunting now. But it wasn't always like that. All right. So a lot of the characters, a lot of our language is based out of husbandry or agriculture, because that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? The Bible speaks about Jacob being a house. Jacob was a house nigga. You know what I'm saying? Jason, and now not the way that the oppressors say, but Jacob was a homebody. He liked being in a house. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the house. You can go online and look right now. You're going to find some oppressor jumping out of an airplane with some wings on his back, having a good time. Woo! Because that's what they do. That's not our culture. That's not us. All on the mountain, no rope. All on the mountain, no rope. They throw some chalk on their hand. They get some of that chalk from the pool table, throw it on their fingers, and they good. They climbing the mountain. That's them. That ain't us. That ain't us. You know what I'm saying? That's their culture. One of the most amazing, nastiest things in the world was sit in a tree. Old makeshift make-believe tree covered in deer piss, and would urinate and defecate on themselves to get the perfect shot to kill something. That's their culture. That's not our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's just not our culture. This is Zah. Zah stands for Zion or weapon. Zion or weapon. Zion a weapon, which is another thing they've stolen from us, because they teach the slaves, don't fight back. You just pray on it. You just pray on it. As they unalive your sons and your daughters, you just pray on it. As they snatch you out your car, as ICE snatch you out your car and snatch your clothes off you, out your damn car, you just pray on it. They shoot you with pepper balls. They shoot you with real live. They done killed 2 people, shot 2 people in Chicago, ICE. You know what I'm saying? You just pray on it. If they burn down your church, you set your little girls on fire, sexually assault them, all you do is y'all just hold hands and y'all pray on it. Y'all just pray on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's, again, a slave culture. And the UPK, we don't condone violence. We do not condone any type of violence. You know what I'm saying? But that is a slave-minded culture. That's a slave culture. We got Aqua the bar in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shema Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shah. We also have Aqua Tawa Bath in the building. Yahweh Shema Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shah. It's good to see both of you sisters. This is Ka up on the screen. This is Ka. Stands for Kawama'a or fence. Fence is protection, a barrier. Fence is used to keep things from coming in and keep things from going out. We used to have a fence, a hedge of protection around us that you get from following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we've lost that fence. We've lost that protection because our fence are the ones that's supposed to protect us. They work for the oppressor. They sell us out. They pimp us out. They've made merchandise off of us. They get paid the big bucks, you know what I'm saying, for pimping us out. They let everybody come in the neighborhood and get a piece. They let everybody get a piece of the culture. That's what they do. That's what they do, and that's what we've learned to do over time. We invite everybody to the cookout. I saw something online the other day. It was tripping me out when I saw it. It was like, we invite everybody out. We invite everybody to the cookout, but how many times have you been invited to the country club? I bet ain't nobody been invited to the damn country club, but you want to know what a country club look like. You know what I'm saying? Unless you watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something, you want to know what a damn country club look like. But you invite everybody to the cookout, though. And that's our problem, because we don't have a kawama. We don't have that fence up. All right, next up is going to be the ta. Ta stands for tana or basket. Tanah or basket or store. I'm watching a lot of videos about Richmond and about Virginia, and how they specifically, how they said Jackson Ward was one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the country. If you know anything about Jackson Ward and over there in Richmond now, it ain't one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the country no more. But it used to be one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the entire country, right? And they drove a highway right in the middle of it to separate it, to destroy our businesses and blow theirs up. You know what I'm saying? To destroy our businesses, kill what we had going on, and push all the business over on that side, which is another war tactic, which is what they've always done. They didn't flood the neighborhood, set the neighborhood on fire, come through with pitchforks and axes and torches. Well, they would just drive a neighborhood through it to cut you off from the rest of the world, cut your businesses off. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the oppressor has always done. That tie stands for Tanah or basket. Trooper McCall Yala say he gonna steal that country. I mean, most sign Christ, but look, that it's the truth though. It's the truth. You ain't never been in no damn country club. Never been in no country club. And I remember stories as of recent where you have ACLU different lawsuits because they've were acts of discrimination as far as keeping us from getting up in there. You feel me? And again, that's this oppressor, and that's that slave mentality mindset that we have. That's the mindset that we have. Venus and Serena told her, changed the tennis world, changed the whole world and face of tennis. Tiger Woods changed the face of golf, and those are still areas where they don't allow the niggas to go into. You know what I'm saying? Venus and Serena both had to go out and get them a white man. You know, despite everything that their father went through, and that man fought to keep them grounded, keep them, you know what I'm saying, connected to who they were. He didn't switch up the way his vernacular when he did the interviews. He didn't change how he raised them. You know what I'm saying? Kept them in the hood. You feel me? Kept to keep them grounded, and they still got old, and that slave mentality just kicked in, and it was like, nope, we want to be like them. We want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm Trooper McCall Yala. Aqua Brian said admission spouses. You gonna have to explain now. You gonna have to explain that. Yeah, you gonna have to explain that one to me. I think I know what you're saying, but I would rather you just explain it when I get you up on screen. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's all part of that slave mentality that we have, trying to be accepted and trying to be them when that's not us. And we're so much better. We're so much better. This is the Yah. This is the Yah. Yeah, all right, Aqua Therapod. This is the Yah. Yah stands for Yad or hand. Yad or hand. All right, Yad or hand. All right, next up is going to be your Ka. It's going to be your Ka. Ka stands for cop or palm. Cop or palm. All right, then you have your La. Your La stands for Lamad or learn, or also staff. Also staff, like staff of the Lord, like McQual Ya'ala. Lamad or learn or staff. All right, our words meant something. Our words meant something. It meant more than just Porsche and Hennessy and you know, some of the crazy names we get. And it's like, and I laugh, I make fun of it, right? But it's still us just trying to. It's still us having that part of us just not knowing where it comes from. The Bible says we have a zeal for the Most High. It's just not based out of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been something in us that knew our name's supposed to mean something. It's supposed to mean something. We just didn't know what this supposed. We just don't know what it's supposed to mean. So we'll throw about 15 different special names to us together, and that's gonna be your name. You know what I'm saying? But our names were supposed to mean something. Oh, I kind of thought that's what you were saying, Aqua Fry. Got to have an Edomite spouse to get in that country club without any smoke. But most sign Christ, or you know what I'm saying. If not a spouse, or I think they do like sometimes they let their friends come in there. You know, if they're a senator or a congressman or something of that nature. But again, it's always something that's exclusive, because what all the other nations know is that exclusivity, being able to restrict. That's an important thing. We the only nation of people that think it shouldn't be no kind of barriers whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? You Tawab Tharapah, you own it. That's all. You just own it tonight. All right. So our next one is going to be the Ma. And like Ma stands for Mayam or water, just like Aqua Tharapah said, Mayam or water. Mayam or water. All right. Princess Tazarah said, you need to be married or a president. Most High Christ, you need to be married to one of these devils or be the president. And I'm almost positive, even though I know he ain't one of us. I'm pretty sure when Obama first walked up in that country club, yeah, he the president, but I'm pretty sure they had some nice jokes about him as well when wasn't nobody listening or hearing. You know what I'm saying? So really, it don't matter how high you ascend to. We're never fully accepted with them. That's something that we I think kind of overlooks or go over a lot of our heads. We think that you can make enough money, you know what I'm saying, that you can ascend to the height. You can be the best of the best in whatever field you in, and eventually you will be accepted with the other nations. And that's just never true. It's never true. LeBron is as cold and as gifted and love, quote unquote, love as LeBron is. LeBron, they broke into his house and sprayed nigga out on the front. You feel me? Because again, we'll never be accepted. Not the way that we try to accept everyone else. This is Nah. Nah stands for Nawan or sprout. Nawan or sprout. Next, you have the Sa. Sa stands for Samak or establish. Samak or establish. All right. And this is your eye. This is your eye. Now, this is probably the one that gives me that kind of confuses me the most if you're not paying attention, because the eye in the Assyrian doesn't look like this. The eye in the Assyrian actually looks like the Sa. You know what I mean? What it is in the Assyrian is Sa, but in here is I. And this is Ayan, I or Ayan, which stands for I. All right. Y'all, Shema Bashim Yawashah. We got Aqua Fazara Kai checking in, Most High in Christ. Good to see you, Aqua. This is the Pa. This is the Pa. Pa stands for Pa or mouth. For Pa or mouth. All right. Now, what you will notice that's different, one of your immediate differences with the ancient versus the Assyrian. With the Assyrian, it's 27 characters. We have 5 additional characters that we would have already been talking about now, right? Or 3 of them that we would have been talking about right now. With the ancient, it's just your characters. It's not a character that's a special or specific on the end of a word like you would have with your Assyrian. So that's one of the things that's different. You know what I'm saying, with the ancient and the Assyrian. All right, this is going to be your Tazah. This is going to be your Tazah, like Aqua Tharapah put in the chat. And Tazah stands for Tazad or side. Tazad or side. This is going to be your Kwa. And Kwa stands for Quam or rise. For Quam or rise. All right, and this is going to be your Ra. This is going to be your Ra. And Ra stands for Ra'ash or head. Ra'ash or head, Osiris Christ. And you have your Shah. You have your Shah. And Shah stands for Shan or tooth. And I know none of y'all out there making no jack-o'-lanterns, but the ones that making jack-o'-lanterns, they cut. That's how you cut those tooths out. Them jack-o'-lanterns, wasting them good pumpkins. Well, as much as white people love pumpkin pie and pumpkin seed, y'all out there wasting them good old pumpkins. I ain't never liked pumpkins. That's just it. I don't know what it is. I don't like no pumpkin spice. I can't stand it when on Wawa all that damn pumpkin. So I don't like no pumpkin spice. I don't like no pumpkin pie. I don't like none. I don't like no damn. I don't like no pumpkin seeds. None of it. Maybe I just ain't had it the right way, but I ain't no fan of damn pumpkin. I still can't force myself to do that one yet. All right. Last but not least is going to be your Tha. It's going to be your Tha, and Tha stands for Thaw or mark. Thaw or mark. All right, we're going to stop that. We're going to go ahead and move right along. If we don't have any questions, go ahead and get that out of here. If we ain't got no questions, next up, well, first off, I'm going to bring everybody up on stage. And then we're going to go through our prepositions. We're going to go through our prepositions, our subject pronouns, and our possessive adjectives, all right? We're going to go through those. Let me get everybody up on stage real quick. Aqua, call to Eden. What's going on, Aqua? How you doing? Shalom, Yahweh Shema. Yahweh Shai.
Shalom Yahweh Shemar Alatha Bashim Yashai. So
You good,
like
all
I
right?
was eating potato fries, sir.
There wasn't no pumpkin seeds or nothing like that, right?
Sir.
All right, most high Christ, most high Christ. Well, it's good to see you. We get everybody else up, and we're gonna go ahead and get it on. We got Princess Tazariah. Oh, your volume is low. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Try it again. How about now? Try it again. I couldn't hear you.
Shalom Yahushua Bashim Yahushua.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Athan, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Ma Shalom Ka.
Shalom Yatwab.
Most high in Christ, most high in Christ. That's good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Next up, we got Aqua for Aya.
Shalom Yahweh Shema Alathan Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Athan, Bashim, Yahweh Shah. How you doing tonight, Ma Shalom Ka?
Shalom Yatawab, sir.
Most high in Christ. That's good to hear as well. That's good. You don't be making no pumpkin pies or nothing, do you?
La, sir.
All right.
Just sweet potato.
All right, Most see that. I knew it wasn't just me. I knew it wasn't just me. So it is a white people thing. It is white people.
You gotta ask Sister the bar.
I'm gonna find out. Hold on, fuck, because you know something. You know, I'm very picky. Let me make sure. What's going on, Aqua off the bar?
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatham, Bashim, Yahweh Shah.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Lathan, Bashim, Yahweh Shah. So is it a white people thing, or I just ain't had the right person make it, or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. That's a white person thing.
See,
I
okay,
can't
all
get
right,
with the
most high,
pumpkin.
right. So pumpkin pie, just like sweet potato with the raisins in. All right, we good there. I don't feel bad. Most high, right. I knew it wasn't just me. Knew it wasn't them. They lose their damn mind over some pumpkin. It made no sense. All right, bet. So we've established that comes from the devil. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not a sin. If you're out there watching, it's not a sin. I don't want you trying to take nobody counsel because he's talking bad about us eating pumpkin pie. It's not a sin. You know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I might look at you a little different. You know what I'm saying? I might pass up on one of your plates you done made. That's okay, though. That's all right. We still going to be brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now y'all heard the lineup for tonight. Let's go ahead and get through our prepositions and so forth. We're just gonna run through those fairly quickly, unless anybody has any questions, and then we're gonna get on to the sentences and stuff that we have for tonight. Do a little test to make sure everybody know what they're supposed to know. And I also want to go over that Blue Letter Bible and that 2-letter lookup site just to make sure everybody's familiar with it. I think that's always good. We're gonna go from there. All right, so. We don't have any questions. Let's go ahead and get that up on screen next. Let's see. All right. So it's gonna look a little different because we're gonna go through a little bit faster. And this is stuff that we kind of noticed for the most part. Again, unless it's like it's your first couple times getting in class, and that's fine. If you have any questions, you can always ask. There's no such thing as you can't ask no bad question in here. You're gonna get an answer in here. And there's nothing wrong with that. This isn't something that we were born speaking and knowing. And so it takes a little time, a little practice, and there's nothing wrong with asking to make sure you know you're on the right page. All right, so when we're looking at words, right? When we're looking at words, you're going to have like your root word. You can have your preposition, which is going to go before the root word. You can have your possessive adjective that's going to go after a root word. Then you have that root word itself. All right. Then you're also going to have your subject pronoun, which is going to be I, he, she, you, and so forth, indicating who you're talking about. All right. So those are kind of like the short and sweet of your sentence structure. All right. Aqua Fry says screenshot time. You probably got all this stuff. You already know you got all this stuff already. You last one needs some extra notes, but go ahead and by all means, go ahead and grab it. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that. And then I think I like this because it's all in one spot. It's all in one spot. Kind of get to it, look right at it, especially once you're familiar with it, right? All right. So again, the word that I love to use when we're going over prepositions is in the name. It's in the name because it has a lot of those prepositions in it. It has by in it, which is in. It has ha, which is the, and that root word is sham, is name. So that's how you would say in the name is by sham, and that's something that we say all the time. Whenever Princess Tazariah gets on in class, she always asks the instructor, "Ma shalom ka." That ma is like what? Shalom is going to be it's peace, and that ka that you see over at your possessive adjectives at the end, that's going to be what's your peace. The response to that is Shalom Yah. Shalom again is peace. The Yah at the end of that Shalom, Shalom Yah is my peace. So now my peace, we say Tawab. It's Tawab. My peace is good. If it wasn't good, I would say Shalom Yah La'a Tawab. So my peace isn't good. My peace isn't good. I'm not doing that well today. All right. So then that's a good example of your prepositions and your possessive adjectives. All right. So ones that we didn't go over, I or I am would be I, do would be da, and would be wa. All right. He would be ya, like would be ka, to would be la, of will be ma, pertaining to would be that sha. And if we're going to make a word future tense, most of the time you can put that tha before that root word and then make it future tense. The reason why I went through all of those for anybody that's out there watching, notice I didn't say I said for all of them. All of our words are pretty much consonant. It's going to have that sound. It's going to have that sounding in it. So that's very important to keep in mind. I think I heard Salakia. Somebody will say something. Nope. All right, most high in Christ. We good. All right, now for our possessive adjective, those are going to go at the after a root word. All right, so like I was saying before, my would be ya, your is ka, his will be wa, her will be ha, our will be nawa, nawa. So again, that I sound, nawa. All right, your masculine will be come, your feminine will be kan, their masculine ma, and their feminine na. And you will notice in the Assyrian, you'll notice again, it's going to change up again depending on what, if it's at the end of that word. And all those are just little nuances that you will learn over time. You'll learn all that stuff over time. All right. Then you have your subject pronouns. Your subject pronouns are going to be how you will conjugate that actual sentence. That's where it's going to get a little different at. Now, if you studied any kind of a language, most languages are like that. English isn't. English isn't. English is going to stay the same. English, from most people that study language or linguistics, they say that English is one of the hardest ones to learn because it's missing a lot of different things. Like it doesn't have like a feminine or a masculine form. You have words that mean 100 different things. It's a very deceptive language. All right, it's a very deceptive language. All right. Now our words we do have words that have multiple meanings. You'll see a little bit of that tonight. That's pretty common. So a lot of it is going to be context. It's going to be context and knowing your conjugation that's going to help you identify what that sentence is actually saying. So I or I am is going to be anya. You is a tha. He is hawa. She is haya. We is a naknawa. A naknawa. You or you all, how we say y'all, masculine is a thumb. Y'all feminine is a thun. They masculine is hum. And they feminine is hun. All right. Let's see if I can get that all on. I know you know. I heard Slovakia.
It's me, Thermopod, sir.
What you got?
Do you mind if I copy the subject pronoun, sir? Because I don't have that in my notes.
No, I don't mind at all. Go ahead and get it all. Get it all. Is that okay where it's at right now? You already know it's subject pronouns. I'm trying to get it all on one page. Let me see. Hold on. See if I can make that a little bit bigger or smaller for you. Oh, yeah, it's perfect. Yep. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. Take your time. Go ahead and get it. The next thing that we're going to be going over, we're going to actually go over. Actually, I think the very next thing we're going to go over, let's go over the Blue Letter Bible and the 2-letter lookup. We're going to go over those two sites, and then we'll go to the new sentence that we got for today, or the new words that we have for today. We're making pretty good time. So I'll stop right there just so you can go ahead and get that, Aqua. Pause right there. And give me 1 second. All right, y'all should have that by now. You good to go, Aqua Therapy?
I am almost done, sir.
Take
I'm
your time.
like you, like the you masculine and feminine. I'm almost done, sir.
You good? Take your time. Do your thing. Do your thing. Aqua Fadasa says she gonna screenshot. Most sign cry. All right, and Aqua asked for the words for bring and cup. All right, perfect. So what we're gonna do, since you won't bring, I'm gonna write those down. Right, that's gonna be our little exercise we're gonna use when we look at these other sites. So bring and cup. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do while she's looking, I'm gonna look in the Blue Letter Bible first. The bring is probably gonna be one of the ones that has a whole different lot of meanings.
So, okay, you can go ahead because I just screenshotted it, sir.
You good to go? You sure?
Yes, come on.
Okay. All right, that'll work. All right, so since we were gonna look at the different sites, that's good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look up bring and we're gonna look up cup inside of the two sites I'm talking about, the Blue Letter Bible and the why is that coming up? Oh, there it goes. It's taking its time. The Blue Letter Bible and the two letter lookup. So we'll look up those two words, get a little practice of looking words up. We're gonna go from there. Trying to look at it ahead of time so I know what I'm getting to before I get there. Aqua Fry. I'm gonna jump on up in there. Look like just gonna jump on up in there.
Salakia, me too, sir.
Yeah. Because that's just because again, some of them can be a little different and have different meanings to it. So I just want to make sure I show y'all the right stuff. That's all. All right. So everybody got this. We got our subject pronouns. Again, we got our possessive adjectives. We have our prepositions. That's good. So now we're gonna go ahead and get to a couple of these tools that we use to look up some of these words. So let me stop this. Let me close that. That looks good. And let's do the Blue Letter Bible. Let's do the Blue Letter Bible first. And actually close that. I think I should already have one open, don't I? No, I don't. All right, so let's do this. So first thing we're gonna do is go here, right? Do I want the window? No, I don't want the window. I want the tab. All right, so this is Microsoft Bing. You can use Microsoft. You can use Google. It kind of depends on what you're used to. Safari, depending on if you're on iPhone or whatever. They're all fairly the same. Everybody's spying on you. You ain't gotta worry about that off the bar. Everybody watching. They all watching, right? So what we want to do is go to the Blue Letter Bible. Now I have it saved on here. It's going to be a little different though. It'll be a little bit different on your actual app. So you can actually download the Blue Letter Bible as an app, or you can just go to it online like I'm doing right here. So on your phone, you may have it as an app. You can also look it up, like I said, in the web browser on your phone. So it just kind of depends on what you're kind of used to. It benefits to each one. Inside, I think it's the app, if I'm not mistaken. Let me test it out real quick. So if I go to Genesis 1 in here, right? This one, that's good. I don't have it set up for parallel Bible. I'll set that up. So if I'm in here and I'm looking at it in the Hebrew, like we normally do, y'all probably familiar with the screen here. If I scroll down, it's going to automatically take me to Genesis 1 and 2 right there at the bottom. So this is something that you can do in the app. I mean, online. In the app, you have to keep kind of going back and forth. So when y'all seeing us doing Avodah Shabbat, and it's taking me like 50 years to get to the scripture, sometimes I'm just inside of the app. So when I'm inside of the app, what I have to do then, I'll read it, it'll show everything. Then I have to hit back. I go back. Then I go to Genesis 1 and 2. Then I go to interlinear. Now I pull it up and I go from there. I like the way it's visually better when I do it that way. This way it worked fine. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the way that Officer Mataz Akharad does it. So this is why he's looking at me crazy. Like, why is it taking you so long to get to it? I got mine right here. because in the app, you can just scroll down once you're finished reading it in the Hebrew and in the English. Again, it's right there at the bottom. So that's one of the benefits to using it inside of here as opposed to the actual app. Also on here, right? Normally we have it set up where you can see both of them. So I'm just going to go back out to the front and see if I can set this one up where you can see both of them, right? So if I go out here to KJV, bet. So I'm just reading right now. This is just KJV. I don't know why all the sponsor stuff up again. Now this is something that's going to be specific to the site as opposed to the actual app. I want both of them, and on my phone I have both of them set up. So on my phone, on the actual app in my phone, I have it set up to where I can see the KJV and I can see the Hebrew on the other side. So that's where I think last week Aqua Thara do you have yours open up on your phone or you have yours open up on the site? How do you have yours set up? Because I want to make sure we get yours set up. I know Officer Yabakar had called and I had a question about it as well. Go ahead.
I got it, but my actually I had called my my other one, and my other one helped me with it to the primary and the parallel.
Okay, so on your phone now you can see the primary and you can see the parallel on yours. Okay, most sign correct.
Sorry, I got it like the English and hold on, sorry. You can't be able to.
No, let me see something real quick.
English and the Hebrew on left to the left hand side.
All right, so to try to put it up there again, I just want to see if it'll show it to me. Try to put it up on so I can see real quick. Nope, it's too bright. I still can't see it, but that's okay though. That's all right. Okay, but I believe you though. I believe as long as you can see both of them, you Tawab then. So you can see both of them now, so that's good. I'm up here being fancy with the camera. Now I got to try to fix it. Let me see if I can fix it back. Hold on. Being fancy, Aqua Ride. Now there we go. All right, we back. Tradish new stuff. Y'all Bashima Shabakata. We got Officer Shemagaba in the building. All right, so you can see the parallel and you can see the KJV on your phone. And again, that's kind of what you want. That way you can see both of them. I'm pretty sure I can do the same thing on here. Let's find out. So this is the actual site, right? This is the actual site. What am I looking for? All right, so these, nope, that's not what I want. Hold on. Oh no, can I not do it with this one? If I go here, let's go back to where we were. I always like to start in Genesis 1. And if anybody has any different way that they do it, by all means, feel free to share. You see, I got it big as I don't know what on here. If there's another benefit to the actual site, you can make it just as big as you want for the old folks. Aqua Fry. Hey, if you want to make it this big, you can make it that big on the screen. So I kind of like that. On our phones, it'll say different Bibles. It'll say Bibles. And once you hit Bibles, then it'll allow you to put it in you can actually select this WLC right here for your Hebrew. Right?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Isn't the split screen under the settings?
Hold on, you might be absolutely correct.
Where you were, Salakia, where you were, it had settings at the top.
Okay, so let's see if I can get back to where I was just at. So I was here, and then I went to advanced options. Nope, that's not it. I went to settings right here. Yep, that's exactly where it's at. I think you're absolutely correct. Let's see. So these are our settings here. Oh, I can change. I didn't know I could change. I don't have to hit that each time. We always do the 4 interlinear. That puts it in the right order for us, where it's actually reading from right to left. I always have to change it. Aqua Farad taught me how I can just go up in here and put it right on up. What I'm looking for is parallel, which I don't see just yet. This is the page, the tab you're talking about, right, Aqua Farad?
Sir.
Yeah, it should be right up here. I would have thought. Aqua Bizarre said, is it possible to see the New Testament in Hebrew? The New Testament in the Blue Letter Bible is going to pop. It's going to be in the Assyrian, because I think that's what you were asking. Once we got to that Assyrian, once we got to that part of our captivity, the language was switched over to the Assyrian. So you're going to see it in that Assyrian. I mean, Slack, not the Assyrian, but in the Greek. Once we get to that part of the Bible, the New Testament is actually going to be inside of the Greek. Now, can I change it? There are other Bibles that I use where I can change it to where other apps I use where it actually shows everything in the Assyrian. So I do have that on my phone. I've never set up the Blue Letter Bible to do it, but I do know that like when you click on certain words, it'll actually give you the Greek and the Hebrew. So it'll give you the Assyrian. As far as actually setting it up to do it, I think you can. I just have never done it before. So that's a very good question, Desiree. I'll check on that when we're off screen. So I won't be fumbling around with it like I am now. But I do have an app that I use. I have an app called Quick Bible, and it actually puts the whole Bible, Old and New Testament, in the Hebrew or in the Assyrian, because that's what I use for. I also use that for Avodah Shabbat as well. So that one does put it in both. Because I refuse to learn Greek. I'm not learning no damn Greek. I got enough languages. I ain't doing Greek too, but it does put it in the Blue Letter Bible is going to put it in the Greek as far as this. And I want to say, I think you can do it, but I've never seen it done that way before. But that's not to say that you can't do it. But I'll check on that. BLB Hebrew New. All right. So. No sweat on Aqua Zaraka. All right, so what I'm looking for now again is see if it's a way to put it in the app to give me the parallel Bibles, which I'm not seeing so far. So far I'm not seeing it. But in the app we do have it. So Officer Yabakar, Yabashim Shabakata, see you up in here. What are you using for your when you pull up your Hebrew? Are you using the app or are you actually going to the site or the website to pull yours up? On the website, again, it's fairly easy. You click on Slack in the app, you will just click the book in the middle. Once you click that book in the middle, it's going to have Bibles over to your right-hand side. And from there, you will click it. Then you will you will set your parallel and you will set your primary. So in your app, it's a lot easier to do what I'm attempting to do right now. We trying to figure out. Let me see. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's not it.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua Fry.
On the app, if you select the KJV that you have at the top.
Yep.
Can you scroll up, sir? Or if you go back to the settings right there to the right of that box.
Gotcha. You probably talking about this.
Sir, when I select the actual Bible list, chapter list at the bottom of that on the app, there's a settings button there. Well, nope. Now I lost what I was looking for.
Nope, I got you. I'm looking at it now. Yep, I see what you're talking about. And so, what were you saying? I see, because I see that settings button there, and that's when you get the different colors you can use. The Pentateuch.
So, not the settings button at the top. It says Bibles to the right.
Yeah, yep, and that's where you split it from parallel to. I got you.
Right. So if you go back to the home screen here,
manage Bibles.
I think you had KJV selected at the top of it, but somewhere up there it said KJV. Does it say Bibles on that?
It doesn't. It just has it. It has here, right? So, and these are the actual Bibles. So I think this is that same tab. That's what I was looking to see if it was split it, because this is that same tab that on the app. This is where it pulls up the primary and the parallel. On here, it just lists the Bibles on it. I'm looking to see if it's a setting in here where it actually allow me to split it, where you'll have both. Um, but this is that tab you're talking about in the app because I'm looking at that now. This is where it actually shows me the list of different Bibles. But in here, it's just not giving me the option to split it. So I'm wondering if that's something that I can't do in the app, and I just never paid attention to it. I always thought that I could, just because I always do it in the app. So I always kind of figured that I could do it with both of them. Um, but again, obviously, y'all, Ricardo, what are you using the app or are you using the actual website? Give me let me know in the chat which one you're using. But the water aqua for but yeah, that's where I was at. That's why I thought it would have been here. Setting for parallel. I don't see one for parallel. So I'm just wondering if that's something that you can't do on here. I know how to find out though. I'm gonna start getting like everybody else and using my chat GPT. I don't never use it. Well, that's what we were doing. All right, so it says doing it. It said we're doing it the correct way. It says go here, find our Bible list. We find our Bible list. We're looking for parallel. I do not see parallel anywhere. Who just came back with the aqua after bar? All right. All right, so we're gonna spend a little bit more time with this. I'm kind of waiting for Officer Yabaka to respond, so we'll know what he's using. Oh, I didn't know I can do that as well. Do that also. Yeah, I don't see anything here in here that says parallel though. Oh, but you know what? Now watch this. I guarantee if I click this though, it's gonna show it on me. I found some new stuff, Aqua Fry. I don't know. I should have hit that. Should have waited probably. So on the web page, right? It'll let you look at both of them. So I'm gonna go to a new one, so I don't mess this one up, right? I'm gonna see if that fixes it. If that's what we got to do. Bet you that's what it is. Now, how did I get there? Oh, that's how we got there. We went to settings. We're gonna make this one like the. That's actually kind of cool though, because if that's the case, then hold on. All right, so it looks like you can actually make it the mobile version in the app. I don't really like this, but we're gonna see if we can get it straight. Did that work? Mm-hmm. All right, Officer Yabaka has not answered just yet. I don't see it on the web version. On the web version, I don't see it. Right now, I'm looking at the other version on another screen because I didn't want to confuse y'all. So I'm on another screen looking at another version. Hold on, maybe that was it. Nope. Nope. Definitely not audio. See no difference between them. All right, we about to get ready fast forward past it. Because I can't see what I want to see. I don't see what I want to see. And this is the mobile version. So I'm thinking maybe you can just do it with the app. Because I'm on the mobile version on another page. I'll actually show you that. I'm on the mobile version on the website on another page. And it's still different from my phone. It's not is it? Yeah, that's it right there. So this is the actual mobile version, right? I got all y'all up. Okay, yeah, this is the actual mobile version on my phone, right? And as you can see, it says mobile here. But even though it's the mobile version, I think it's just the mobile version of the website. It's not the app version, if that makes sense, right? Go away. All right, so now if I go back, even if I go back here, quick nav, it's still showing me the same thing where I'm not able to split both of them like I want to. So again, I want to say, I'm almost positive, I want to say that in order to split it, you're going to have to be inside of the app to have it on both screens at the same time. Yeah, I think so. Now, if any of y'all find it before me or at a different time, just let us know. We'll come back and we'll revisit it. So just to navigate while we're on this one, again, this is on the website. This is the mobile version of it. When we're going through and we're looking at our different pages or whatever, right? I'm going to close this one out because I set up the other one. So let me stop this and go back to the first one that I set up because it should set up and bring us right to the interlinear. Let's go back there. Oh, actually, let's do this. My bad. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the other page that we had set up. Again, this is on the website. This is not the app. So, for example, you asked about the word cup, right? So we're going to go to the word cup. What I'm going to do is type cup in here. All right, it's going to show me all the instances where we see it. It says it occurs 68 times and 59 verses in the KJV. All right, and you'll see different ways where it's used. I always try to see how it's being used. It can be used a different way. It can be used as a verb, as a noun, and so forth. So I try to match it up with the way that I'm using it. I figure the way that we're using it, the way that you're asking about, would be like in a noun. He has a cup. He's holding a cup. Y'all will learn that a cause is to grabs. He's holding a cup. She's holding a cup, or so forth. So this says, "And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand. I gave the cup." So this should be the verse, the tense, or not the tense, but the same format that we're trying to use in there, right? So what we would do from here is click on the interlinear. On the website, you can just hover over this and click on it. If you're inside of your app, you can just click on that verse, and it should go right here to your interlinear. Y'all let me know if that's incorrect or if it's showing you something different on yours. All right. Let me know if it's showing something different on yours. On my phone, I just click on the Hebrew side. It pulls this up already in the interlinear. Again, we want to be forward inline. I thought I just set that to staying forward inline. We want the forward inline. Right. I normally take the vowel points off because we don't use the vowel points. That's something that the Masoretics put in afterwards to help them to pronounce it. We don't really use the vowel points like that. So I normally take those out just so it's less stuff, less things. I take off the vowel points and I take off the cannellation marks. The only thing I normally only put on it is the separator, because that separator is just going to separate. That's going to separate that root word. And that's really the biggest benefit to using this. So if you see on here, it says "in my hand." If I hit the separator, now you'll see it's ba yad ya. So now we know it's ba yad ya. Now we know when we pronounce it, we're going to pronounce it ba yad ya, but this allows us to separate that root word from that preposition, from that subject pronoun. All right. So that's really the only one that I have set when I'm on here. I'll set that Hebrew separator, and I also set it for forward inline because that's going to put it in the right order from right to left, like I want it to be, if that makes sense to everybody. All right. Now the word we were looking for was cup, right? So we're going to go down here, and you see Aquafaria put in the inside of the chat. She put Cup was kawas, and bring was the dasha'ah. Dasha'ah. So we're gonna see if she was correct. All right. So for cup, if I click on it, it's gonna give me this number right here is your strong. That's your Strong's concord. That's the Strong's numbers that will be inside of that concordance. That where you will match up that same number at, right? And on the other side, I pull up, you're gonna see where that comes into play as well. We got kawas, right? Kawas. And here, if I scroll down, it's going to say the feminine noun is going to be a cup. It can also be a kind of an owl, right? So again, we do have certain words that are spelled the same that have different meanings. So that's when that context is going to come into play. But she is correct. The correct way to say cup would be kawas. All right, it will be kawas. So we can add that. And now if you click down here, that you'll have different ways where it's used, different ways with different verses where it's used. So you can click on those that actually pull that verse up as well. So let's say you wanted to click another verse just to kind of make sure and compare it to see what it was, to see if it's being used the same. If I click here for Lamentations, and it says the cup also shall pass through to thee. This is talking about Edom, about how she gonna get that same cup that she gave to us, right? The same thing that she did to us is gonna happen to her. And if I click on it again in a linear, for an inline, that cup should be kawas as well for this one. And it is. So cup will be how you would say kawas. This is how you will find it here. All right. I'm going to do the same thing with bring, and then we're going to go to the other site and pull up these same words. You might like the other site a little bit better than the Blue Letter Bible. We're going to see. The only difference is it's not going to give you the actual verse unless you click on it. This pulls up the verse first where it's at. The site that I show y'all, it's just going to break the word down. It's going to give you different words. It's going to give you like the proper way to say it. You can also click on it to go to different verses where it's at, but Blue Letter Bible is going to be specific or more in line with the actual verses, if that makes sense. So next one is going to be bring. She had dasha'ah for bring. We're going to see what we get in here. All right, so this is bring. So let the earth bring, let the waters bring. This is all talking about bringing. Thou shalt bring. So for the most part, it's used the same way for the most part through all of them. Let's go with thou shalt bring. Let's go with Genesis 3:16. Again, we're gonna go to the tools, to the interlinear. All right, we don't need a cantillation mark. We don't need a vowel marks. I do put it in forward inline, and I do have that Hebrew separator on. And as I scroll down, again, this is kind of breaks it down. Now, as you get further advanced in the Hebrew, which all of y'all are, you may not want to use all of this. You may just want to read it just how it is. Again, this just helps us to see exactly how to pronounce that word the correct way. So, for example, when it says ha-sha, if we don't have that separator on there, right, you might read it as ha-sha, right? You might blend it all together and just say ha-sha because you're not separating the and woman. Now, the more you get familiar with it, you know it's saying the woman, you'll know to say ha-sha. You know to separate it. So again, it's just a matter of you getting kind of used to reading it without it. We kind of be under the gun at Avodah Shabbat, where we're supposed to read it without it. But that just comes with kind of studying and knowing it. But with the separator on, it's going to separate that root word, subject, pronoun, and so forth. All right, so the word we're looking for now is bring. We're going to scroll down to bring. Maybe. All right, here we go. Bring, and thou shalt bring forth. So now this thou shalt bring forth. Now Yalad is actually child, so this is not the word that we're looking for. So hold on. Yeah, we might need to go back to another one. That's not the one that we're looking for. And I probably shouldn't have went to this because it said child and it's a little different. She got by your eye for bring. Let's try this one again. Let's do let the earth bring. Let's do this one. Aquaf Tower Boff has by your eye for bring. This is Yatazah. We got a whole bunch of different brings on. Let's see. We're gonna get it though. All right, so this is the bring out. We want just bring. All right, so for here I'm getting let's bring Here, this is just bring forth. So I guess it's kind of depending on how we're going to use bring to bring forth is yataza. Let's find it again. I want to find that one that you pulled up. Do you know what word it was that you or what verse it was, Aqua Fry, when you pulled yours up? I bet you it's this one.
Salaki, I think it was Genesis something.
Maybe 6 and 17. Let's see. That's the one I'm thinking it is. Okay, so this is the one that this is the bring that Aqua Tower bypass by your eye. Oh no, this is by Y. So that's not it. So when I started to get a whole bunch of them like I'm getting right now, because a lot of them have to do with the context and how it's being used. I'm gonna try one more and then I'm gonna go to the site that I was telling you about. Let's try this one. I bring.
Salaki, sir. There is also Genesis 6 and 19.
6 and 19. Okay. And that's the Daesh. That's the one that you have with Daesh. Because this is Ayan. This is different too. All right, so this is more like bring, like make appear. This would be like in a damn magic act or something. All right, so let's go to 6 and 19. How you had? I just want to see how it's being used, and then we'll go to the site that I was telling you about. So for this one, I also want to find this one Aqua I've told about as well, because by your eye, I will be your live for bring forth for kids. All right, so the bring that you had is was it H935 Aqua I've told about? I mean, it's like Aqua Ferrari, because I got a different one. You said the Shah?
Oh, Salaki, you asking where I got the one that I put up there? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, so you just made that word up? Is that what you tried to? Well, you get the Shah from?
My sir, I found it somewhere. I just don't remember where I found it.
I got you. All right, so
So
this is Bawa Ah.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead. I'll go off the bar.
The Shah I found in Genesis 1 and 11, I think it was.
Okay, because again, but as y'all can see, it's just different ways that it's being used. So like the one that I just had before, that was like to make the clouds appear. You know what I'm saying? This one here is like to go in or enter as far as you bringing, or to attain to. So again, it's just different. Not to say that you can't use it, but it's kind of how we just the way that there's gonna be the context of that word or that sentence that you're making. I do want to get to this the Shah. The one before I go to the other site. I want to say this one that Aquaf Tawabaf had, the Baya'a. I think it's a derivative of this Bawa, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to find it in here now.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Question on the screen. Can you go back up just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
So right there, number 2, it says to carry in.
Yep.
That. So does that mean that's the term we would use?
Yeah, this is the one. This one will be the Bawa'a. That's the Bawa'a as far as that second definition, to carry in. So that is the one that you would use. But I just want to make sure. See if it's another easier way for you to see that as well. It should say it down here also, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, I don't see it now. All right. I was looking for the by how it conjugates it to Baya'a. All right. Because that's the Ba'af. Where's Baya'a? I know it's down here somewhere. That's the Yaba, and this is all a derivative of that Bawa Ah. So I'm thinking that's where Aqua Tawabaf got the Baya Ah from. All right, but the verse that you said, Aqua of the Bar, was Genesis what now? We're gonna go to that one, then I'm gonna go to this other site and pull it up, and you'll be able to see how it puts all of it in one spot. What's the other the verse you had, Aqua of the Bar?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia. It was Genesis 1:11.
1:11. All right, and it is okay. Let the earth bring. So let's see what this one is. All right, so let the earth bring forth, and that's okay. This is the dot. I got you. Exactly what we were talking about. That's where you got the Dasha from. And if we look at the Dasha, it says to sprout. Okay, so again, and that's because it's the earth. So you kind of see the difference, right? One is you bringing something in, you're carrying something. This is the actual earth on the one to sprout. Now we could use the one for sprout, right? This is the earth bringing or sprouting, and how you would get the Dasha. So this is again how it goes back to the context of how you're using that actual word or what we're trying to say. So now, with all that being said, right? With all that being said, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna get rid of all these pages, right? And now I want to go to the site that I was telling you about. So let's go here. This is the 2-letter lookup. You'll see the you'll see the address for it up there in the top. It should say 2-letter lookup. Let's see if I can make it bigger. See if I can make it bigger. Can y'all see that all right? I know it may be a little bit small. It's actually small even when you look at it. Can everybody see that okay? Somewhat okay? Let's try it this way. See if it makes it better.
So lucky, sir. When I tried to look up the two-letter lookup Hebrew, it took me to like a lexicon. Is that the same thing?
It is the same thing. But it should be this address that you see right at the top of mine, HTTPS. YouTube be funny about web addresses. I'll see if it'll let me put it inside the chat. Sometimes they won't let you put a web address in there. It looks like it may have, so you can copy it from there, from the web address that's inside the chat right now. And I'm going to show y'all how this site right here works. So the word that we were looking for was bring, right? Put in bring. You can type it down at the bottom where you see me just type that, or means, right? Or means, or if you know the Hebrew word for it, you can start with the top up there for the Hebrew word. And you can type it in Hebrew there. And I'm gonna show you how to do both of them. So this first one I put in to bring, you will see it says to make. That would be a lot, to make 1,000-fold. And again, this all has to do with the context of how we're using it. You have it where it says include proper names, show all the details to it. We'll do all details last so you can kind of see it. I'll even take out proper names for right now. So like to build up support. These are all different instances where it's being used at. What we're looking for, let me see, arrive, to go, to sprout, to bring. This is where we saw that the Shah. You see where we see the Dasha, to sprout. So you'll see where it's more so used to sprout as opposed to bringing something. And you see how this makes it a little bit easier to kind of figure out exactly what you're trying to say, exactly how you're trying to use it. So this is why I kind of like to use this one. To go or to bring is hawak. And you know that's very similar to what word that we've learned before? What word is that similar to what we've learned before? I know y'all know it. Hawak right here, and it's to go or to bring. What word is that very similar to us using before? I'm just gonna tell you, halak, which is the halak or yalak is to go out, right?
Yeah.
So it's very similar to that. So it'd be right along the lines of that one. You got to flow or to bring. This probably has more so to do with water. If I click, so this one right here says your ball, right? It says to flow or to bring. If I hit show all details and go back to that one, where is it? As you can see, it gets very, very detailed on what we're using. And now I lost my doggone word. Where's the word? goodness is down here. Let me see if I can click it before I get there. Get to it. Oh, actually, I can. All right, bet. So the word I want is Yalab, right? If I go here, if I click inside that box, of course, you may not have that Hebrew keyboard. That's what I like about this site. You have your keyboard right here at the bottom where you see my mouse moving around at. So that word was Yalab. So I can go right here. I can hit the Yah, and I can hit the La, and it's going to automatically pull up every word that starts with Yalab. And now I can just scroll down till I get to the one that I was looking for. I was looking for Yalab. That's our Yalak. Remember, we talked about Yalak, to walk or to carry. This may actually be the one that we're looking for. That Yalak, as opposed to some of the other ones that we were. If depending on how we're gonna bring it. If we're bringing something to carry, like y'all were bringing the food to the feast day, that would be I would use Yalak because you're bringing it. You understand? So again, it really just depends on the context and how you're using it. Yalab, where's Yalab at? I wonder if I can put that all the way. I can put the whole thing in here. Let's see. Son of a gun. All right. So again, it's only 2 letters, so you can't do 3. Can't do 3. Aqua Fry. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna fuss right now. All right, let's find Yalab. Let's find Yalab. I would have thought it would have been right at the top unless I was reading that wrong. I think I was. Okay, so Yalad, this is what we read before when it says as far as to bring or bear forth children. All right. So I think the one that we would use for bring, how did you want to use it in a sentence? Would you want to use it like you're bringing food or bringing an actual object, or how would you want to use it?
I was trying to figure out how to tell Tazarah to bring me a cup.
Okay, so to bring you a cup. So if that's the case, I would use. I think I would use Yalak because Yalak would mean to carry, right? But we'll make sure. I think that's what I would use. But I just want to make sure. So with this, you kind of see the difference with when you have all the details on it. All the details will show you all the different ways that you can use it. Different instances where it's going to be used. It actually go down to if you click on this, it actually bring up the verses that you can use as well. So if you were telling Tazarah to bring you a cup, I would say Yalak Wakasa. No, Yalak. Because you want to say bring you. So Yalak Ya Wakasa. Right? Yalak Ya Wakasa. I think that's what I would say. I think that would be correct. I want to go back to bring just to make sure it's not a better one that we could use. Again, these are the 2 of the main sites that I use when I'm looking up different words. Now, of course, there's other tools you can use as well. All right, so to bring, to rhyme, see if it's another one that would be better. I think I like that one the best. Hawak is like right along the lines of Yalak, but I think Hawak is more like you're bringing yourself as opposed to actually bringing an object. Just because halak is to walk, so that's what I'm thinking. But either one will work. Either one will work in it. Again, we talk different ways, and we kind of understand what we're saying when we say it, just because of the context that we're using it. Aqua Talbot said she just had by your eye on her notes. Most iron Christ, ain't nothing wrong with that. And again, that might be correct as well. I do have another tool. I haven't pulled that one up. That's my little cheat sheet that we got for the school. Or maybe I should have went there first for the bring. Go ahead. I hear you.
Down at the bottom, like the 5th one up, it says from the bottom. It says to bring your ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the one I was looking at before. Let's see if we can get any more detail on that one. So without me hitting all details at the top, I can just click on it and it give me all details for that specific word. So this one, it says to bring, to carry, bear along, bring, carry. That's the first one I looked at was that your ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one that I looked at. All right. So let's go with your ball.
Con.
Let's go with your ball for it. But I do want to check that Baya'ah, the Aquaf Tava Bafad, because as a verb, maybe that's what we have for our little cheat sheet for our verbs. So let me look at that on my own real quick. And then we're gonna go to the actual sentences that we have for today. We can go to the sentences that we have for today. Where's my verb sheet? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? And maybe I should have started there. And like a lot of times when we're going through here, right, we're learning like the kind of like the basic way to say a lot of things, the more common, maybe that's a better word. We're learning the most common way to say things, so we'll be able to speak to one another. But again, it's just different. It's different ways you can say the same thing, though. So it's not to say some of the other ways are wrong. It's definitely not to say any other ways are wrong. It's just again, we're learning the most common way for us to say it. So I'm looking at my little
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua.
So if I'm trying to say a cup, do I have to say the A, or is that just kind of?
I wouldn't even say the A, because again, the more common way to say it would just be bring cup, which is kind of how we already speak. So I wouldn't even say I wouldn't utilize an A. So you could just say Yalab Kasa. You know what I'm saying? Bring cup. I think that will work perfect.
Concept.
Yeah, I think that will work perfectly. All right, so I don't see bring. Let me make sure before I say that. Let me make sure because it's not an alphabetical order. Nope, they got your bring forth, and we've already went over that one. I don't see just bring by itself on our cheat sheet. So yeah, so I don't know how we got that one Akwaf Tawabah, but I want to say it's a derivative of that Bawaf that Bawa'ah that we saw. I'm pretty sure it's a derivative of that one. I just was kind of looking forward to see it on this page that we were on. But all right, so I'm gonna say we're gonna go with your lab on here, and again, that doesn't mean that's the only way to say it, the only way to use it to say it. I'm just gonna I think I like your lab better for what we're trying to say as far as bring cup. So it would be your lab kawasa, your lab kawas. I think that's a better way of saying it. I don't see it any other way. What I could do though, before real quick, let's look at ba and ah. All right, and she had Baya, right? So this will give you a good example how you will look up something if we just have the Hebrew word. So for Aqua Tawabav, we have the word Baya'ah, right? So we're gonna look to see if we can find Baya'ah, Salaki, Baya'ah on here. So I see Ba. Let's keep going. See if we can find Baya'ah. That's fairly short. Hold on. I see Bawa. I don't see Baya. Do y'all see? I don't see Baya on here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little further research on that one. Aqua Tawabah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little further research on that one. Normally, with it would have listed it here for that word Baya. I see Baha, but I don't see Baya. I see Bara. And all the way at the bottom, again, you'll see that Bawa Oz, what we were looking at before, where I think that was coming from. Hold on, I see. Yeah, where I think that was coming from was that Bawa Ah. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on that one. The only two that I really see that it could be would be, again, a derivative from that Bawa Ah, which is to go or come, not necessarily bring, and that Yalab is actually to bring. So does anybody have any questions on the 2-letter lookup on how to actually use it? On how to use it, again, I think is a very good tool. If you know just the Hebrew, you can type that in here. If you know what that word is, you can type it in down at the bottom. You can type it down at the bottom, and then Again, it kind of helps you find those words that you're looking for. All right, so we went over the Blue Letter Bible. We went over the 2-letter lookup. That Blue Letter Bible, again, in the app version, you can have your Hebrew and your parallel side by side. I was not able to find it in the actual website version, even the mobile version. It still will show you, once you click on it and go to the interlinear, it still shows you your English on top, your Hebrew on the bottom. But as far as just actually reading it, if you just want to read that Hebrew by itself, it doesn't show it parallel side by side in the website version. All right. So any questions on those, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. We at 8:47. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the new stuff that we got to learn real quick. So let me stop this one. Let me stop this one. Hey, we done lost some people, ain't we? Oh no. We are lost some folks. We are lost Tyler Ride. We are lost Debar. All right, we gonna get back over the though. All right, so let's see. So what I want to show y'all is where my sheet at. This is what I want. This is our lesson for today. All right, cool. All right, so our new words for today. First off, who remembers what we learned last week? What was the sentence that we learned last week? Who can tell me?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua Brian.
I don't know.
I don't know. How do you say I don't know in the Hebrew?
Salakia, sir. Anya la'a yawada yawadai.
Yawadai. Most time cry.
Yawadai.
Amen. Anya la'a yawadai. Anya la'a yawadai. Now, in that sentence, right? In that sentence, Anya la'a yawadai. In that sentence, Princess Tazarai. What word is no?
Salakia, no is la'a.
Okay. What's the other no? What's the KNOW? What word is KNOW?
Yeah, I dawa.
Try it again.
Yeah, I.
Okay, do you see it? Okay, do you see which sentence that is? From 1, 2, and 3. What sentence is that? Anya la'a yawadai. And Aquathara pa'a, you can help
Number
us
one.
well. What sentence is that? Which one?
Number 1.
You sure?
Wait, no. It's number 3.
Number 3, Most High Christ. Number 3 is Anya la'a yawadai. Right? Anya la'a yawadai. Now, Anya is I or I am. La'a is no or don't. And so that yawadai is the no, right? How would I just say no? What's the word for no by itself? What word is that?
Salakia, that's yawadai.
You sure?
Wait, are we talking about the? Wait, yeah.
You close. You right there. That's why I keep asking, is you sure? You sure? What do we have to do to that word in order to for that sentence we got? Anya la'a yawadai. What do we have to do to that sentence? What do we have to do to all sentences?
Conjugate?
You have to conjugate it, right? That's right. And we conjugate based off of what?
The order.
What else? The subject pronoun, right?
Yes.
So if it's like I or he or she or you or we, that's going to tell us how we conjugate that word. So that word for no is actually yadai, right? It's yadai. But because we have anya, we have that I right there, right? We have I don't know. We conjugate it and we put that y. We put that y right in between the first and the second letter. So it became yawadai. So that sentence for number 3 is anya la'a yawadai, right? Anya la'a yawadai. And that means I don't know. Right? That means I don't know. So that word for it, the word for no, KNOW, is yadai. And when we conjugated it, we put the Y in it, and it became anya la'a yawadai. All right. What's sentence number 2? Aqua thara pa'a. Sentence number 2. It says Hamazalag, right? Hamazalag, Wahakap, Al Hashaka Shalakan. Hashalakan. Right? So again, that's Hamazalag, Wahakap, Al Hashalakan. Do you remember what that word? Well, do you remember what that's saying? We're gonna break it down.
It's a lot of law, sir.
Do you remember what that word? Do you remember what that's saying? Break it down.
Can you hear me, sir?
I hear you.
You said for number 2, correct, sir?
Yeah, for number 2.
Can you hear me, sir?
All right, so let's break it down. I got you. Let's break it down. So that first one, right? All right, and Aqua Fry is helping you out too. In number 2, she helping you out. But ha is the, right? And mazalag is fork, right? So it's ha mazalag is the fork, and then we had wa, which is and, ha, which is the, and then cop, which is spoon. So it's saying the fork and the spoon. So the fork and the spoon, and io is over or upon, and shala. So I always say that. I always add an on that. Shalakan. Shalakan is table. And I know that's a little long, but what that's saying is Hamazalag, the fork, Wahakap, and the spoon, right? Al are on Hashalakan, the table. All right. So your word for fork is Mazalag. All right. So say it with me. Say Mazalag.
Mazalat.
Mazalag. And say that's gonna be one that you can use with the little one, right? You can use that with the little one, letting them know that's your fork, Mazalag. And then his spoon would just be cop. All right. So what's the word for spoon?
Mazalat.
Well, Mazalag is fork. What would spoon be?
Cop.
Cop. Most high crack. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. And the word for table would be shalakan. Shalakan is how you would say table. Shalakan. All right. So number 2, that's another one that we learned. That was saying that the fork and spoon are on the table. And number 1, I'll do number 1. Number 1 was haya'ah. Haya'ah, just a word for she, right? And kawaratha. Kawaratha is to cut. But we conjugate it and we put that 1 in. So the word for cut is actually karath. But we conjugate it and put the y and a ha at the end of it because it's haya'ah for your because it's saying she. So we had to add the y and we had the salakia add the ha at the end. So it's saying that she cuts with the knife. The word for knife is kasan. Oh no, so thakan. Sakan is the word for knife. All right. And cut is karath. Right. And she is haya'ah. And then we learned that with is going to be yum. So it's haya'ah, kawaratha, because we had to conjugate it and add that y to the karath. Yum is with, and ha is the, and sakayan is knife. So that's saying that she is cutting with the knife. All right, and that's what number 1 was saying. And just a little review. So again, we won't forget the stuff that we've already learned. All right. We don't want to forget the stuff that we learned. All right. So then we got a couple of new words. Right? So a couple of new words. I wanted to go over I am tired. I am tired. All right. We might go about 10 minutes over. We ain't gonna go too much further. I just want to make sure we get the new stuff in. And then we'll go from there. I may save the Psalms 83 for off some Tazakara for that ancient. We'll see. We might save that since we did go over quite a bit tonight. All right. But our word for tired or weary is gonna be your guy. All right, your guy. So Aqua Tharapa'ah, how would you pronounce tired in Hebrew?
Shalaka, say that again, sir.
How would you pronounce that word tired in Hebrew?
Tired in Hebrew.
It's right there on top. It's gonna be, you see the ya, right? Then we have ga, and then we have I. So it's gonna be your guy.
Guy.
Yep, your guy. So how we pronounce tired in Hebrew again?
Your guy.
Your guy. Your guy is how we would pronounce tired in Hebrew. All right. All right. So your guy. So how would you say I am tired? You'd had a long day with the little one. You're running all over the place. How would you say I am tired? All right, so let's break it down. We got it. Let's break it down. How will we say I or I am? It's going to be Anya, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I or I am will be Anya. And we know that tired is your guy. So what do we have to do to that word, your guy, when we getting ready to put it in a sentence? What we got to do to that word?
Anya.
Conjugate it, right?
Answer.
Yeah, we got to conjugate it. So the way that we conjugate tired with I, because the way that how we know we're going to conjugate it is going to be based off that subject pronoun. So if you were saying I am tired, or he is tired, or she is tired, or we are tired, whatever word we use in the beginning, that I, she, he, or we, that's going to let us know how to conjugate that word. Also, what tense it is. Now, so for right now, all we doing is present tense. All we doing is present tense. So who can tell me in the chat what's the rule for present tense for I or I am? What's the rule for present tense for I or I am? Who knows? What's that rule that we use for I or I am for present tense? Ain't nobody gonna jump out the window, huh? All right, I see how it is. See how it ain't nobody gonna jump out there. All right. We just did it with no. We just did it with no with Princess Tazarai, right? When Princess Tazarai one that said I don't know or I know, it would be Anya Yawadai, right? It would be Anya Yawadai or Anya La'a Yawadai. And Aquafarai have it in the chat. You see that right there in the chat. Aquathara Pa'a. All we're gonna do is add that Y in between the first and the second characters. All right. So we would add a Y in between the Ya and the Ga. All right. So it would be Yawagai. So your guy is tired. If I'm conjugating it for I or I am, it will be Yawagai. All right. So it would be Anya Yawagai is how I would say that I am tired. Anya Yawagai. Anya Yawagai. So we're just going to go through and have everybody say it real quick. So I'll start with Aquathara Pa'a. How would you say I am tired? How would you say I am tired? So Anya, say it with me. Anya.
Sir, you was talking to me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Say Anya.
Yeah.
Yawagai.
Yawagai.
That means I am tired. All right, Princess Tazarai, how would you say I am tired in Hebrew?
Anya Yawagai.
Anya Yawagai. All right, Slag Aqua for Aya. How would you say I am tired in Hebrew?
Anya Yawagai.
All right, Anya Yawagai is how you say you were tired. You still there, Aqua Dabar? All right, she may have had to run away. She's working on a pumpkin pie in the background. She's trying to perfect the recipe for pumpkin pie in the background. Ain't gonna tell nobody until she get it just right. I'm just playing Aqua off the bar. But all right, so Anya Yawagai is how you would say I am tired. How would you say I am tired of work? Aqua for Aya. How would you add I am tired of work. I got it right on the screen. Work is to labor. Work is to labor. So you don't got to think about it too hard. Work is right there to labor.
So
Go ahead.
Anya Yawagai
Uh-huh.
Abadha.
Abadah.
Abada.
And you could say ma abadah of work. I think wa abadah with work. I think that will work as well. And I think just using abadah by itself probably will work as well. Anya yawaga abadah. I think that will work as well. Again, that's just how we speak. I think all those would suffice as suffice enough for each one of them. But that's how you would say that you were tired of work. Princess Tazara, how would you say you tired of running? You tired of running. To run is rawataza. That's how you would say run. To run, rawataza. So how would you say I'm tired of running? Storm and Onyx is chasing you all over the house, and you tired of. You say I'm tired of running. How'd you say I'm tired of running?
Anya Wagai
Yawagai.
Ratila.
Rawataza. Mosai Christ. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Mosai Christ. Mosai Christ. All right. Tharapa'ah. The other word we have up here, we're gonna just go through these fairly quickly. The other word we got up here is strong, right? It's strong. All right. What's the word for strong? You see it right there on your screen. Sound it out with me. That first one is a ka. Then we have za. Then we have qua. You put all that together. What's the word for strong? Cause you just said it. You just said it. No, just ka. Try it again. You just said it. Cause what? Kazak. Both sides crack. Give her a head. The word for strong is going to be kazak. It's going to be kazak. We lost a hell of a trooper a couple years back, a year some change back. Trooper Kazakia. You know what I'm saying? And that, his name translated to Hezekiah, or one that was strong with the Lord, Kazak. Kazak is how you would say strong. All right. Now we're gonna, of course, we'll do another class where we'll put a little bit of this to use. We're just running out of time tonight. So this is just a little get you a little familiar with it, so you'll be able to see it. Last word, new word we're gonna do is going to be Lucifer or devil or the oppressor or the white man. Is there a difference between devil and Satan? Kana la'a. Y'all tell me. Is there a difference between devil and Satan? What y'all think? All that good teaching y'all been getting in class. All that scholarly teaching y'all been getting in class. Akwaf Tababov got it. She says how you la'ah. That's definitely how you would pronounce it. She says la'ah is no different. Y'all agree or disagree? Is there a difference between the devil and Satan? Akwaf Zaraka says Khan. We got a little friction in the chat. Khan or la'ah. Is there a difference? Akwaf Ryan?
You just said Lucifer or devil or the white man, so that implies that they're all the same.
You sure? Okay, so let me rephrase it. Is there a difference between Lucifer and the devil, Hayala'ah, or Satan? Is there a difference?
Khan.
Okay, see, yep, and you okay? She says Khan. Akwavazara Ka says Khan. What about you, Akwatharapad? Is there a difference between the devil and Satan?
I'll say la'ah, sir.
You say la'ah?
Because the devil, I think the devil lives in hell, and Satan is the same thing.
Okay, so we're gonna break it down then. That's okay. We're gonna break it down. What about you, Princess Tazara? Before I give the answer, what you say?
I genuinely don't know because
I'm surprised you didn't say whatever mommy said. All right, okay, all right.
Doesn't the devil work for Satan? So it's like
you are very close. No, you are very, very, very close. So when we're reading the Bible, right, there is a difference between devil and Satan. So the correct answer is Khan. There is a difference. Satan is an angel that works for the Most High. We're reading in Job, and the Most High called all of the angels. He called all the angels. He called and he said he called all of the angels, and Satan came as well, right? He called the angels, and Satan came as well. Satan came also. Satan is just an angel that works for the Most High. Believe it or not, Satan loved the Most High most than most of us do. Why? Because Satan actually listens and does exactly what the Lord tells him to do. When it talks about the devil, we're talking about the oppressor, the white man, the colonizer that's right here. The devil is the one that taught us that we're all the same. Exactly, Aquafari. The devil is the deceiver. He's the one that taught us that we're all the same and God loves everybody. He's the one that taught us that you were black and you are a Mexican and you are Puerto Rican. He's the one that changed all the lines on the earth and said, this is yours and this is yours. That's so when it's talking about the devil or Lucifer, that's talking about him. It's a specific scripture that says, is this the man, where it's talking about the devil. And that's how you know that the devil is an actual man. And that's that deceiver that we know. So this word right here, Hayallah, that's talking about the devil. That's talking about Satan. Now, Salaki, that's talking about Lucifer. That's talking about the devil, Hayallah. Who knows what the word for Satan is? So the last thing we'll do, right? The last thing we'll do before we get out of here tonight. Who can tell me? Who can find out what the word for Satan is? That's gonna be the last thing we'll do for the night. With everything that we went over tonight, with the blue letter Bible, with the two letter word lookup, who can tell me what the word for Satan is? I'm gonna let y'all tell me. I'm not gonna tell y'all. Who can tell me what the word for Satan is? I got one answer in the chat. Aqua Tower Bob. Who can tell me what the word for Satan is? I got another one in the chat. Aqua Vazara Khan answered.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua Fry.
Is it Shatan?
Okay, Aqua Fry says Shatan. Let's find out. What about you, Princess Tazarai and Aqua Tharapah? What's the word for Satan?
I say Shatan, sir.
Okay, we'll sign Christ. Let's find out. What about you, Princess Tazarai? This is gonna be the last little exercise that we do before we get up out of here.
I say Shatan as
You
well.
say Shatan as well. Most High Christ. Let's find out. Let's see if y'all are correct. Now, different ways. Again, we can look at it from here, right? We can look at it here. If I looked at it on a two-letter Bible, just to kind of revisit what we went over tonight. If I type in Satan here, it said ain't no word for Satan here. That's weird. Why would it say something like that? And this is why I showed y'all both of them. No sweat. We know that it is a word for us. So we're gonna go to the blue letter Bible. If I go to the blue letter Bible, if I type in Satan, and you will see it's going to pop up. Shows 49 times. It says, and Satan stood up against Israel. Now there was a day. This was a verse that I was telling y'all about in Job 1 and 6, right? When it talks about Job 1 and 6. Again, this is how you know, again, what's inside this Bible and what they actually teach us has nothing to do with one another. Aqua pulled up First Chronicles 21:1. She's correct with that one as well. You know what I'm saying? Aqua Fadasa got Shatan. Most High Christ. Give her a hand. Y'all are absolutely correct. If I'm trying to find it in here, again, we're going to go to the interlinear. That's going to pull up the Hebrew, right? I just go to the forward to make sure it's in the correct order. And what I want to do is go to Satan, and we'll see it right here. All right, now Aqua Raya said Hashatan. That's just saying that's correct. It was just putting that or behold in front of it, right? If I click on it, the strong is H7854. And you see it breaks it down. This is the adversary, one who withstands adversary in general, superhuman adversary. This is Satan. So this is the angel Satan that it's talking about. And it is Shatan, like y'all both put in. Give everybody, give yourselves a hand. That's how you're gonna utilize again that two letter lookup, the actual blue letter Bible when y'all trying to find different words. This is also how you would use that strong concordance. The strong concordance is just a big dictionary, right? It's just a big dictionary, and you can look at it alphabetically, or you can look at it with the actual numbers that you see. So for this, you will be looking at that H7854, and it will pull this up for you. So we're gonna I think it's a good spot. We'll end it there. Y'all did quite a bit tonight. Got a couple more tools to add to what you got going on. We're gonna go back to those words that we learned tonight. The ones that we learned tonight. Not know. What did we learn tonight? What words did we learn tonight? Who knows? What words did we learn tonight? Y'all tell me. What's the words that we learned tonight?
Salakia.
What you got? Aqua Tharapa.
Cup. So it's
You
more.
got it. Say it. You got it. You got it.
Bring. I forgot
Yep.
the other two words, sir.
You got it. Yeah, you did good. We learned cup, kasa. We learned cup. Am I saying? Hold on, I don't think I'm saying that. Am I saying that right, Aquafra? We learned cup. Hold on, where is it at?
Kawas.
Kawas. Yeah, I knew I wasn't saying it right. Kawas. We learned cup, kawas. We learned bring, yalab, right? And then we also learned tired, your guy for tired. We learned to work or to labor. It's abadah. And we said, well, we have the Sabbath service, that labor, abadah, right? We learned run, rawataza, to run. Princess Tazarah, me running from Onyx and Storm to run. And then we also learned Kazak, which is what Aqua Tharapa started off by saying, that Kazak or strong. All right, Kazak or strong. And then the last one we learned was Lucifer or the devil. It's going to be Hayallah for Lucifer or the devil. All right. So again, we'll come back. Go ahead, Aqua.
And we also learned Satan is Shaitan.
Yeah, we sure did. We also learned that Satan is Shaitan.
And,
all right. So we learned
I
quite a
thought
bit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought we landed on bring. I thought we landed on your ball. Am I wrong?
I thought it was. Hold on. I thought it was. No, you might be right. You might be absolutely correct. Let me go back to it. Hold on. You might be absolutely correct. Where's my page at? I said your live, didn't I? Yeah, I think it was your ball. I think it was your ball. I get mine mixed up every now and then. I do get mine mixed up every now and then. I think you are absolutely correct. I double check. I always hate to tell y'all the wrong thing, but I think it was your ball. Let's be sure. And that is correct. It is your ball. That's correct. Okay. All right. Salaki about that. It is your ball. All right. So we learned quite a bit tonight. We learned quite a bit. When I come back in, we'll add or we'll build on that. Aqua Vadasa says she's tired. So she said she's tired, and that would be Haya'ah. That would be Haya'ah Yahweh, right? Haya'ah Yahweh, she's tired, right? So we learned quite a bit tonight. We want to add everything to, our list. Our growing list of our vocabulary. Aqua the bar is back. Oh, she went away again. So we just want to add everything that we learned. We had a good class tonight. We want to go into the reading again for tomorrow. Y'all want to make sure be prepared to read Leviticus chapter 19, starting at verse 3. We left off at Psalms 83 and 14. Yep, you got it, Aqua Farad. We left off at Psalms 83 and 14. So either when I get back next week or when Alpha Samataz Zachariah gets hit back next week, that's where we'll pick up as far as Psalms 83, reading that in the Hebrew and reading that in the ancient. Man, I think that's about it. I think we had enough for tonight. What you think, Aqua Farad? Yeah, I think we had enough for tonight.
God, I'm too up, sir.
Most time Christ.
Excellent class.
How would you say I'm Tawab in Hebrew?
Shalom Yatawab.
That's a little trick. That's a trick one there because it got two Y's in it, right? But we'll get to it. But yeah, Shalom Yatawab. Most time Christ. We'll go with that. All right, so we're just gonna go around, make sure everybody is Tawab. Aqua Tharapa. What you got going on tonight? How's that little one doing?
Peace. Tawab.
Most time Christ. That's all right. Like he don't wore you out. Like you your guy. You got you tired for the night, huh?
I'm done.
That's
He
okay. That's all right. That's all right. All right. Well, you did a great job tonight. Thank you for being in class tonight, Princess Tazara. How everything going?
Tuab is
You
Anyoga.
Oh yeah, you tired too? I got you. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm always I don't never get tired to class. It's about over with, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right. Aqua the Bar is back with us. She's back with us. You was fading in and out trying to
Salakia, sir.
duck the work. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I used to do the same thing in school. I gotta use the restroom. I use the restroom, and then I come back after the test was done. Test be done. I come right slide right back in class.
No, sir. No. I'm trying. It's other things working against me right now.
No, I got you. I'm just messing with you, bro. You too wild. You did a good job in class. Now, I know you be on there taking you on them super note takers like Aqua Fry. So I know you got it. I know you got it. And I also know if you got any questions, you're gonna ask, and that's very, very important. If you have any question, that goes for everybody. Make sure y'all ask your questions if you got questions. You can't learn if you don't ask your question. Don't sit there and not know. You know, if you got a question, ask your question. That's how we all learn. You might teach everybody else in the class something. You know, so all right. So most high Christ, the water for you joining us tonight, sis. Last but not least, Aqua for Aya. Got whole new 3-4 pages of notes. 4 pages of notes for tonight.
So, like I said, it was a very fun class. I definitely enjoyed it, and thank you for the clarification. I did get my cup.
Most high Christ. Most high Christ. You brought that cup. Most high Christ. And again, we're just trying to get more vocabulary that we can actually use. I think that'll help everybody. The more that we can actually use. And like I said, before you know it, we'll be speaking whole class in number Hebrew. You know, we getting there. We getting there. But y'all did a great job tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all out of here and get through these announcements. Again, yeah, y'all did a great job tonight. Get y'all up out of here. The water. All right, and that is the Lashawan Qadash. That's the Lashawan Qadash. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be reading from Leviticus chapter 19, verse 3. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 3. And next week when we pick back up, it'll be Psalms 83 and 14, I believe. Quite a bit we took down tonight. Make sure y'all taking notes when you are in class. The water for everybody joining, and hey, we can go from there. We are the Israelite School, a universal practical knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under command of Junior Hanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of this Bible that blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. We're not affiliated with any Christian organization. You're gonna learn your language in church. You will learn how to shout. You'll learn how to praise dance. Do we report to? Oh yeah, we do. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Aqua for Aya on Monday. On Monday we have the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles, so we should be at the school for Monday. For the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles, we are in it right now. It's for a span of 8 days, and we're actually going to close and end on Monday. So if you can make it, by all means, come check us out. You know what I'm saying? So we can get together, break bread together, and close out the feast together. At the school, 840 F Church Street, Norfolk, Virginia. You can always call that number also, 757-550-1204 for any information as far as the school. Make sure you're paying your tithes. That's found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Most High Christ, the water, Aqua Fadasa, Most High Christ. Matter of fact, maybe that's a sentence we'll go next time we get in here. Fun class. Maybe we'll go with that'll be our next sentence that we go over. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're just trying to make it more practical. That's the thing about this Bible. The Lord didn't give us this Bible just to sit there and collect dust. He didn't give us no Bible because of religion, because it sounds good and it feels good. He gave it to us so we can actually use it. And when you actually using it, you know what I'm saying? You get the benefits of it. All right, so it's the water for that, Aqua Fadasa. If I'm new to the school, brother, sister new to the school, they're off limits for a year. 6 months. They want to get that you want to get a person time to share themselves of the world. Brothers and sisters interested in another person. 6 months you want to get permission from the head of the from the head to speak, or quarter brother or sister. Then after that period of courtship, so forth, then you'll get permission to marry. We went over ties, went over next high holy convocation again is going to be Monday. If a brother wants to be a trooper, you want to come to school and be a trooper, be an officer, whatever it may be, it all starts with you first calling that number. And then if you're a brother, you want to be a trooper, you want to be in all black boots, shirts, headband, war scarf, come in ready to roll, ready to put this work in. Sisters, y'all can't be trooper, but you can definitely be part of this school. The kingdom does not come by observation. It comes with this work. We work for everything else. We'll work to be the worst versions of ourselves. You be in the world, you will work to be the worst version of yourself you can possibly be. You'll work hard for it. And you should have this, you should feel the same way when it comes to this truth. I got you, Aqua Farai. I definitely will. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you should work just as hard when you come into this truth. And that's what brothers and sisters in here have been doing. The water for everybody joining us. We're going to give a courtesy to all the brothers that's out there. Yahbashim Yashabakatham to all the brothers that's out there, to all the sisters. Yahweh Shema Alatham Bashim Yahweh to all the Aquathia, to all the sisters out there that's out there. The water, y'all keep on tuning in. And we're gonna get it on again real soon. Let me go ahead and set this video, get y'all up out of here for the night. And again, the water for everybody joining us.
Man, it's gonna save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly up. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. With them things trying to cool us.
This whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. But for the fifth angel of the Lord, come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today, we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. This one West world got a ring to it. I married the truth, put a ring to it.
Yes, if I'm a prophet, I said